As I was living my life,
Marble Me. I've actually seen this before. It must have been submitting in another category a while ago, so it was already familiar. But it was different in a way this time because this illustration to me is a representation of our problems. And when I watched it before, this Black represented something completely different. So I do think it depends on what you're going through at the moment, is what the Black represents to the viewer. For me, it was our fears, our doubts, whatever is holding us back. Today, it represented for me fear. But I believe when I saw it the first time, it represented insecurity. But I did love how the meaning changes depending on where you are when you see it, which means it's a very relevant piece and it's a very timeless piece.
This ship is for Marble Me Free. They have this beautiful animation for an even better and exceptional poem. The music is such a perfect complement to this work of art. They touch on building resilience, coping mechanisms for deep pain, overcoming the hardships, and offering help and support. This made me really look into this project to learn more about it. It is quite commendable what they are trying to do, and I think this video is the perfect example of how we can raise awareness with something relatable and engaging as this is. I really had a great time, and kudos for doing this.
Marble Me Free. I was like, what can this title mean when I first read that? But I love it. By the end, I love the title. I love this whole short film. Very cool imagery for this message. Something that won't leave your head, at least for me. It was such a cool imagery for the message. Just really came across so well. Just really like the drawing aspect of it and how the drawing was coming to life, and very nice narrative performance. Loved it a lot. Very nice music. At one point, I noticed the woman didn't have one of her eyes. I wasn't sure what that was about, but I thought it was an awesome script, and the poem was really cool. And then the visual of the teardrop falling, and then the ripple effect. That was really cool. I liked all of this so much. And then when she just decided, she had no other thing to do but just sort of accept and relax and not fight the reality, but accept it, and taking the time to heal, and then just chipping away at, making her own path. I just thought that was so beautiful. Like, this was just such a beautiful imagery and message. And she just said, I became the sculpture of my life. I mean, that just gives me chills. This whole idea, it was so beautifully thought out and written and drawn and performed. I just can't say enough about how great this is. And I know you guys are going to do great with this. And I hope a lot of people see it. I'm not going to get that imagery out of my head. And I just love, love, love the idea of accepting, not trying to change our reality, but figure out where to go from where we're at and just make our own path, not what somebody else might do, or not worrying about any of that stuff. So really well done. Thank you for doing this, because it definitely touched me.
Marble Me Free was a great representation of how art can be used to overcome situations in our lives and emotional turmoil and going through that. And you see that through the end where she breaks through this marble and gets through that pain. I think visually that's a very powerful visual. I think also showing these drawings at the beginning becoming animated and coming to life. I think that's also a great way to show that and show the power of art and how it can be used to, or this image of art being manipulated to showcase many different issues in one's life. I think that was a really, really interesting take and a really interesting way to showcase that in this piece. I think the acting was really great. I think the direction this piece took was really interesting and really fun to watch on screen. And overall, it came together to be a really cohesive and really fun piece to watch. Really, really interesting. So I got to say, very, very well done.
Free. I like the simple animation used, the black and white, and the sort of clean lines that they used, coupled with the narration, makes it come across very clean and simple in storytelling, and simple not in a bad way, but just sort of direct and straightforward, which is really great. I like the music choice, being light and simple, again, just adds to the sort of simplicity of the storytelling. Which was the music that did well. I liked how at the end there is sort of this revelation through the fullness of color, and how bright it is, and I think that was very well told on that part.
Marble Me Free made me feel things, made me feel empowered, made me feel like I could punch through a marble and heal my traumas and heal my past pain, which I think was what it was setting out to do. It made me feel uplifted. And I feel like it really captures the vibe of somebody going through something like this. You know what I mean? It does it justice, like where it's like, yeah, like healing is painful, but like it'll be good for you in the end, if that makes sense. I like the animation. I like the writing. The voiceover was a performance and that I appreciated. Overall, really well done. Great concept, great execution. Good job.